Pay close attention now. Imagine a comet, that spectacular space, rock streaking through the icy void, a spectacle of light and ice that, according to everything we know, always points its tail away from the sun, driven by solar wind and radiation. But what if I told you that in 2020 Comet 3, I/Atlas gave us a completely different show, something so strange it turned everything upside down? Brace yourself, because the image they showed you isn't just bizarre. It hides a secret of the universe that few even imagine possible, defying the most basic logic of astronomy and making us question everything we believed about these cosmic travelers. Ever since we learned about comets, we've been taught a golden rule, an unbreakable law of space. A comet's tail, always without exception, points away from the sun. This happens because as the comet approaches our star, the ice on its surface turns to gas, releasing dust and gases into space. These materials are then pushed back by the constant flow of particles and radiation from the sun, creating that luminous trail that looks like a cosmic veil. It's a wonderful, and until now, predictable sight, a constant reminder of the powerful forces that shape our solar system and one of the foundations of astrophysics that we thought we knew perfectly well until Atlas decided to show up. That's precisely why 3I/Atlas caused such an unprecedented stir. Photos and telescopic observations clearly showed that it somehow sported a tail not to the side or backward, but pointing directly at the sun. A blatant defiance of the rules of the cosmos, an image that would leave you scratching your head, wondering if maybe, just maybe, your glasses were dirty or the physics we knew had gone wrong with that particular comet. It was like seeing a river flowing upward or an apple rising instead of falling, a cosmic aberration that seemed to mock all our expectations and theories, causing the world of science to freeze for a moment in perplexity. The human mind, logically, tries to find an immediate explanation for something so unusual. Was it a mysterious new force at work? A peculiarity in the composition of 3I/Atlas that made it immune to the solar wind? Perhaps a rare, never-before-recorded space event that temporarily reversed the laws of physics in a small region of space? The questions piled up, each more intriguing than the last, because the mere image of that tail defying the sun was visual proof that the universe held secrets far more complex and fascinating than we could imagine, and that we were about to discover something truly extraordinary about the true nature of comets. But the truth, as always happens when a universe decides to shock us, is even more subtle and incredibly ingenious than any fiction. It's not a new force, nor a special comet immune to the laws. What we saw with 3I/Atlas is proof that our perspective, the way we see the cosmos, can play fantastic tricks on us, distorting reality in ways that defy common sense. This happens because comets actually have not one, but two main tails that react in slightly different ways to the sun. And the tail that made us cry, "What the hell?" has a specific name, a name that carries the weight of an impressive cosmic illusion. The shocking phenomenon we witnessed at 3I/Atlas is called the antitail or anomalous tail, and it fooled us masterfully. Although most of a comet's tail, the ionized gas tail and the thin dust tail, is propelled directly away from the sun, some of the larger, heavier dust particles don't respond to the solar wind as strongly. These particles are so massive that they aren't thrown back with as much force. Instead, they tend to remain more or less along the comet's orbit. The magic, or rather, the illusion, happens when Earth and the comet are in a specific position. If we're behind the comet, viewing it from an angle where we're looking back at its orbit, these larger particles, which are only slightly trailing the comet's head on its trajectory, can appear as a tail pointing in the opposite direction, that is, toward the sun from our perspective. Consider the precision of this cosmic dance. For us here on Earth to witness this anti-tail pointing toward the sun, the stars, or rather the planets and the comet itself, had to align in a way that is incredibly rare. It's not often that a comet's orbit and our position allow us to see this hidden side of cometary physics. It's like being in the right place at the right time, in a giant audience billions of miles long, only to glimpse a magic trick the universe has staged just for us. So when 3I/Atlas gave us this visual gift, it didn't just confound scientists for a time. It gave us a vivid reminder that truth in space often hides in subtle details of geometry and perspective, transforming what seemed like a cosmic error into an even more complex and spectacular revelation of the universal order. It's a matter of angle and inertia in the vast emptiness of space. Imagine a race where the lighter carts are pushed farther from the finish line, but the heavier ones stay a little closer to the starting point, dragging themselves along more slowly. When we look from a certain vantage point, the trail of these heavy carts, which are actually moving in the same general direction as the others, may appear to be going against the light carts. In the case of the comet, the denser particles are less affected by solar pressure, and because we are viewing the comet almost edge-on to its trajectory, we see these heavy particles ahead of the cometary nucleus in Earth's line of sight, creating the startling and intriguing image of a tail that appears to be defying the direction of the sun. This reveals a profound truth about the universe. What we see is often just a slice of reality shaped by our position, our eyes, and our tools. 3I/Atlas's anti-solar tail isn't an unsolvable mystery that defies physics, but rather a complex confirmation of the laws of motion and light, revealed in a visually striking and completely counterintuitive way when observed from a specific vantage point in the cosmos. It's a powerful reminder that the apparent simplicity of observation can hide intricate mechanisms and distorted perspectives, transforming what seemed like an aberration into an even more grandiose revelation about the workings of our fascinating universe. So, what did you think of this cosmic twist? This tail pointing toward the sun wasn't a mistake of nature, but rather a cosmic trick of perspective. Have you heard of this surprising explanation for a comet pointing its tail wrongly? Or do you know of other space phenomena that turn our logic upside down? Tell us in the comments what you felt upon discovering this 3I/Atlas secret. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if this story shocked you and made you think, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next shocking and revealing videos we post every day. Until the next revelation.